and the continuation of the reconstruction of an equitable Kenya. We come here to receive and be joined by a party that has a very admirable chapter in the political history of this country. 20 years ago, DP, or Democratic Party, and Ford Kenya came together. They ended up forming government. When Michael Wamalwa Kijana and Mwai Kibaki spearheaded the change that swept Kenya in 2002. It is therefore not strange that 2 decades later, our 2 parties are now joined with our brothers in UDA and ANC and many others to again lead the country into a change that makes sense to our people. This country, ladies and gentlemen, has a resilience like no other. Every time those who have been given the privilege of navigating our ship become rogue, Kenyans take control of the ship and steady it back to the deep waters. And we are doing exactly that. When you walk around this country, you hear, you feel what Kenyans think and what they say. Of course, there are those who fall in the category of a character called Maimuna in a book called God's Bits of Wood. She was blind, and she said she has never quite understood how people with eyes don't see. And she herself was blind. And we have people in this country with eyes, and they don't see. There's a storm coming, and they're just seated there watching and thinking it will obey them and move back. So today, my brother Justin and your team, you have made Kenyans proud. And we stand here and dare say that the movement from the third arm of government, the legislature, to the people of Kenya is now complete. Speaker Kenneth Makelo Lusaka is in Kenya Kwanza. Speaker Justin Bedan Njoga Muturi is with Kenya Kwanza. Now the other arm that is left is a mirage called the deep state. Sometimes it's called the system. But people know that on 9th of August, there's going to be a hurricane through Kenya. Those with eyes, let them see. Those with ears, let them hear. And we in Kenya Kwanza want to assure the people of Kenya that we want a Kenya that is equitable, a Kenya that is fair and just to all our citizens. That's what we are looking for. And in so doing, as I finish, I want to remind the organization called NCIC, led by what I thought was a respected reverend, that you should, with your team, read Articles 92, 93, and 94 of the Constitution, and they will clearly tell you that you have taken a trajectory that will embarrass you. Because you have no power, you have no right in law or in fact to make law. Laws are only made in houses of parliament. You must also read Section 25 of the Act that set you up, that defines what your role is. It does not include telling Kenyans which vocabularies to use. It doesn't. And when Kenyans say Linda Kura, it is real. When Kenyans say Hatupangwingwi, how does that threaten our cohesion? When Kenyans say watajua hawajui, how does that threaten our cohesion? So Reverend Kobia and your team, you are now falling into the trap of Kenyan public servants who think that at every time they must appear to be doing something, however ridiculous. Don't ridicule yourselves, and for avoidance of doubt, in our next rally we are going to say Hatupangwingwi, we are going to say Linda Kura, and we are going to say watajua hawajui. And I can tell you, Kenyans, that the growth of language can never be inhibited by any single individual. That's why when you go to the English dictionary, the Oxford English Dictionary, you find what? They're queuing for fuel. They're queuing to enter public transport. They're queuing for everything. They're queuing for jobs. Please, the deep state, save Kenyans this burden and embarrassment of telling Kenyans to go and register the SIM cards whose details you already have. We will ask our lawyers, led by Kithure Kindiki and others, if they don't stop, to go to court and stop them. Because it is illegal, it is a nuisance, and is burdensome to Kenyans for no reason whatsoever, howsoever. And we will tell Kenyans just as much. My brother Konzolo, karibu ongee na watu wako. Jirani mwema, a man who walked across Kenya with Mzee Mwai Kibaki and made Kenyans very proud. And today we have the distinction of telling you without any fear of contradiction that Mzee Kibaki remains the finest president Kenya has ever produced. Thank you.